guys, this is going to be a quickie, I'm afraid. This is supposed to be my September design team project for Antique Paperie, but I can't film anything. I wasn't going to do a tutorial, but I was going to do just a bit like a craft with me type thing and show how I made this. But unfortunately, with one of the last updates that I did on my phone, I now have a Sony Xperia XA1, I think, I'm not sure anyway, whatever it is. But with one of the last updates, there's been a bug and my phone keeps switching itself off, like my Pixel did actually, which is why I started using this one. But it actually appears to be a bug with the latest with one of the latest updates that I did, so happy days. I have no idea how long this is going to last. This is my 6th attempt at trying to film this, so I will quickly just rush through it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to factory reset my phone and see if that works, and it could take a couple of days for me to sort that out and get everything back on it. So hopefully when that's been done, I'll be able to get this filmed. This will be my design team project for September, but hopefully if I can get it to last longer than 5 minutes without dying on me, I will do a craft along with me and show how this was made. So let's get to it. This is just what I would call more a little pocket notebook than a junk journal, although theoretically it is junk journal because I used tea dyed paper. Tea and coffee dyed, actually. There is coffee dyed paper in this. But yeah, and it was an idea I got from Gayle Agostinelli, recently watching her ephemera series. She used an envelope. Her envelopes were bigger than this, but she used an envelope and all she did was folded, sorry the focusing's off on this camera as you guys are aware, yeah, she just folded her envelope in half, like so, and then she decorated the front and the back and the flap and the inside, glued the side of the flaps down to then create pocket, and she used it either as it was, or that she then wrapped it around a page in a journal. Now what I did, I decided I'm going to build on that, and I turned mine into a mini book. So I did the same thing with a smaller envelope, and I just made this little pocket notebook out of mine. So there's some like mini journaling spots there made out of oh my gosh, index cards, sorry, my mind went blank. Well, actually these are revision cards, but the same thing, coloured index cards. I have a new corner rounder punch that actually does the inverted corners, so you get this like ticket style shape if you do it on all four. This side does the normal corner rounder and that side does that inverted shape, which I love it. It's my new favourite toy because I can create tickets. I don't have to cut them really awkward corner pieces out now. I can create tickets. Awesome. I have some tags already cut out with my tag punch that I bought last month, I think it were. I have tons of these tags, just blank tags lurking around. This was a craft coloured card stock one that I just covered with the Antique Paperie paper. Oh my gosh, it does not want to focus. There we go. The natural lighting isn't helping because it's a rainy day today, but then it sunshines randomly. But anyway, all I did with that was I glued the tag onto the reverse side of a sheet of paper, and then I folded it over and glued it and then cut, so you can see down this side where I cut the paper and that bit's where it folded over. But yes, I did that. I sliced down this side of the envelope to create this little side tuck pocket, and then I just used a embossed piece of card that I had. I did a bit of collage on the back, and then I just glued a tab onto there from some other cardstock, and as I incorporated pink into this, I used my pink tabs that I had cut out. Oh my gosh, it's struggling. Actually, just let me hide that sheet under there, because that in the background isn't helping. It's wanting to focus on that, which isn't a bad thing because it's a beautiful kit. Oh my gosh, come on, I don't think my phone's going to last much longer. Oh, this phone is annoying me. Anyway, yeah, and then I just folded some coffee and tea dyed papers in half, and half again, and then tore around them and added them in. I then used a piece of the pink index card just to create some tabs on the side, and that's it. And in the middle I added some washi tape, because with this book I didn't sew, I used the stapler method. But yeah, used my beading, well, I actually do use a beading awl, but pokey tool to poke one hole, put one part of the staple in, lined up the other and poked the hole for that, pushed it through, then obviously laid it down flat. But my staples for some reason do not want to lay down flat, and they were a bit sharp, so I added the washi tape over it. Now it's not, now it's fine. A bit lumpy, bumpy, but it's safe. You're not going to cut yourself on it now. Thank you, phone. It doesn't like being all the way up. And then again, I just made a smaller ticket style. I did that one, again with some of the craft card stock, and then glued paper on both sides. Glued it on one side, wrapped it round, created another little ticket. And there's the other piece of the index card. All I did was just rounded the corners, and that's it. And then along the back of the envelope I sliced across the top. I didn't do the side, I sliced across the top, creating a big pocket, and then I had a white tag already cut out, and I just glued that bit of the paper onto one side of it, so it's actually still light enough to write on there, and then you can journal on the back as well. Or I'm actually just going to literally throw this in my bag and then use it for like shopping lists or something. But yeah, I love that, it's so cute. And then I used part of the paper on the front and part of the paper on the back, and this was a one sheet of paper, one A4 sheet project, A4 sheet of antique paperie paper project. I just used one sheet of the design, and I used it from the Butterfly House sheets kit. Beautiful, beautiful kit. And all I did, obviously with my envelope folded in half, I just went around and thought, yeah, well, obviously on the two butterflies, I thought, yeah, that would make a nice focal piece on the front. So then I turned my envelope that way, I drew around it, making sure they were in the middle and there were plenty around. And then I don't ink, as most of you will know, although this one would have probably benefited from being inked. I didn't want straight edge, I wanted a jaggy edge. I used my metal ruler, and just on the inside of my pencil line I tore down all the way around and glued it on, basically. And then I did the same for the back. I again took my envelope and went around thinking that'll make a nice feature on the back, and again laid it down, drew around it, tore just inside the lines with my metal ruler. You could use the metal rulers or the plastic ones like Gayle uses with the jaggy edges. I reckon that'd look really cool, but I didn't do that. I just used my plain ruler, just my metal ruler, and that's it. So that was the and this is just printed on normal printer paper. My normal print paper is 75 GSM. Normal paper is around 80 GSM. Mine's printed on 75 GSM, and I will again just have to say this, I really do. I'm using 75 GSM paper. It is not the best quality of paper. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. But the quality of these prints on this paper is awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's just such a high standard, and well, a high quality. It just, honestly, it prints absolutely beautifully on any paper, on normal paper, like I said, this is 75 GSM, and a lot of people tend to use the bog standard sizes, tends to be 80 GSM. So this is of a slightly lesser quality style paper. It's still perfect for what you need it for. At the end of the day, it's paper. But the print quality on this, on a lower standard paper, is still absolutely amazing. Absolute. Okay, it might not be as bright and intense, or whatever you want to call it, in your face kind of thing, as it would be on matte photo paper or a higher quality paper, but it works just as well, absolutely fantastically, on normal printed paper, copy paper, whatever you want to call it. It's just absolutely divine. I love these kits. I just love all of these kits, I really do, and I love how well they go together. But yeah, so like I said, just this just pocket notebook was just one sheet of their paper, and like I said, I just tore around it, and then the bits that were left over is what I used to create these little bits. These, I've just backed the tag. Come on, please. There you go. Yep, I just backed the tag. Like I said, I glued it on one side and then wrapped it around and glued on the back. The same with this. The same with this. Glued on one side, wrapped it round, glued on that side, and then cut. And then this one, just glued on one side, left it plain on the back. And then some little bits that were left over, I used them for a very bad collage job. Me and collaging don't go well together, but there you go. Yeah, but that was it. So simple. I was thinking of using another sheet of paper to incorporate into the pages, but it didn't need it. It really didn't need it. But yeah, and then I just used a bulldog clip, a bulb pin, and a butterfly charm to use as the closure, and I just clip it on the top there to keep it closed, because obviously if I'm going to throw this in my bag and write things down on it, like little appointments, or while I'm out, while I remember while I'm out I'll do such thing, if I bump into friends or whatever and they've changed the number, you know, all that sort of stuff that you just need to quickly write down. Don't want to be messing about with lace and ribbon and closures, so this is perfect. So just take it off, do what I'm doing, pop it back on to stop it getting bashed about in my bag. Although I'll probably take that out because that probably will get bashed, and although it is quite sturdy cardstock. But yeah, and actually with that being the closure, that's easy to use to get hold of, and I'll probably pop it in one of my pockets that way anyway, so one of my handbag pockets that way. But yeah, so there you go guys, it was just a little quick simple project this month. I was really looking forward to showing you guys how I did it, although I wasn't going to do it as a tutorial, just a craft along. But hopefully, like I said, once I've factory reset my phone over this weekend, today is the 28th of September, so I'm just in time, but yeah, I know you've already had one design team project this month in September, but that was actually August's. I was running behind. This is September's, and I did this yesterday morning. I created this book yesterday morning, and then I was quite poorly. I was busy yesterday. We had sorry, my mind's wandering. We had grandbaby number 3 yesterday. We had Pumpkin, so I didn't have time to video, and then I was quite poorly last night. I had another bad allergy reaction to goodness knows what. We haven't pinpointed it yet, but anyway, all that aside, I didn't get round to doing it last night, and then this morning my phone started cutting off on me, so I don't know what's going on. I will reset my phone, and if it works and stops cutting out on me after every 5 or 10 minutes or so, then I will do a craft along with me at some stage in the future and show how I made this, and I will refer back to this video. But yes, so there is my September Antique Paperie design team project. Again, I used butterfly house sheets kit, whatever you want to call it, and then I just used some of my stash coffee and tea dyed papers and some index cards revision cards, index cards. These just happen to be coloured ones because these are revision cards. But yeah, so, and an envelope, sorry, an envelope. And my envelopes are in this little packet here. They're just Asda envelopes, and they are, let's see if I can get this to focus where you can see, probably not. I don't think that's going to focus, but they are 9 by 15 centimetres, 3.5 by 6 inch. So, and it works great. It's a really good little journal, notebook journal. So like I said, when it's folded in half and done, it's 3 inch by 3.5. So it's a really good size to just throw in your bag, and obviously you can add more papers if you want. You don't have to do the staples, you can do the sewing. But I just wanted to make a nice quick and easy project this month, and then it didn't go to plan. But anyway, I will love you guys and leave you. Thank you very much for watching. Again, thank you very, very, very much to Sherry at Antique Paperie for having me on her design team. And I really hope you like what I make. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.